What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, giving you another album of the month, and it is April 2016, and I gotta tell you, there were a lot of albums that I was highly anticipating this month, like Travis, The Heavy, Deftones, Drake, even Beyonce made Lemonade Out of Lemons, but all of those didn't quite do it for me. They were either okay or slightly disappointing, to be honest with you. So the album I'm going to be talking to you about is one that just kind of crept up out of nowhere and via word of mouth, which is often the best way to hear about good music. And that is Kevin Morby's third album, Singing Saw. And I gotta be honest, I had never heard of Kevin Morby before. I still have yet to go back and listen to his first two albums, but Singing Saw is very good. And I have to say, it's kind of difficult to describe in words, so I'm going to try with some comparisons, which I think might help a little bit, because it seems like he often gets compared to Leonard Cohen, and I think that definitely holds up. That's one of the first things I thought of, not only in his delivery and lyrics, but also in the sound of the music. Kind of reminded me of songs of Leonard Cohen, his first album from the late 60s, also from that era, like the more acoustic Velvet Underground type music. They really get that sound. Another comparison I would say would be Bob Dylan's Time Out of Mind, kind of that dark, woozy, delirious atmosphere with the Dylan type delivery and lyrics, which I think definitely, especially on the title track, Singing Saw, with lyrics like an old coyote laughing at me, and then I saw a singing saw chopping down a willow, just weird stuff that when it draws you in, it really becomes quite hypnotic of a track. And I can say the same for the opening track, Cut Me Down, which for the first few seconds it almost sounded like some music from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or something, and I think that's what kind of got my attention initially. The use of the singing saw, which draws another comparison to bands like Neutral Milk Hotel, who use the singing saw in their music. That's what kind of gave me that impression, as well as some other tracks use some fuzzed out guitar and amp it up a little bit. But for the most part, this album overall is more on the moody, slow, dark, atmospheric side. Although track number 2, which I think is the strongest, I Have Been to the Mountain, that one picks up the pace a bit. It's got this great riff and an awesome bass sound, and the bass is just performed immaculately on that track. I really enjoy that one, and the video for it, while also is a little dark and morbid, is very interesting and very cool, so definitely check that out. If you don't check out the rest of this album, for sure, check out I Have Been to the Mountain. Just great track. Another one that stands out for me was Drunk and on a Star, which has some very beautiful chord changes, and again, it's just performed very well and sets a delicate mood. Towards the second half of the album, I never lose interest, but it does, let's just say the second half to me isn't as strong as the first half, but overall it's just a very focused, just shy of 45 minutes, 9 tracks. You can tell that Morby really put a lot of thought and heart and soul into this recording. If you read kind of his inspiration behind this, I guess he recently moved out to Los Angeles and bought an old house that had an old piano in it. That kind of became the basis for writing the songs on. Just great artist, and a really, really good album. I give this a 7 out of 10. I definitely recommend it, and I'm looking forward to more albums in the future from Kevin Morby. So I hope you like this review. You know, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm going to have much more new stuff coming that I'm very excited about, and I'm extremely excited about some releases coming up in May. So I will see you guys soon, and take care.